What? Who? Oh, I must have dozed off. Perhaps we need a spot of tea to wake us up. What do you say, Rufus? Yes, quite right. Better get back to work. This book won't write itself. Maybe I should start somewhere easier. I'll come back to the prologue later. The sun rose over another perfect day in picturesque Atherton. To the casual observer, Atherton seemed like any other small, quiet town. It was nestled in a valley between two mountains, lined by lustrous forests, and perched on the edge of a pristine lake. It had a main street with all the essentials, including a place to sip coffee. It had schools, a college, a church, and a police station. It even had a museum no one ever visited. It was the kind of place you might find anywhere on your travels. Typical, maybe even forgettable. But there was one thing in Atherton that was unlike any other town in the whole... Actually, it was a girl. Her name was... Jenyleclue. And she was the world's greatest detective. Finkelstein residence. Oh, hello, Glenda. Yes, he said he might ring. Okay, patch me through then. Richard? Yes, I got it. I did. And my answer is no. I understand that, but... Well, yes, of course, but... No. Nothing is settled. I'm not going to do it. It goes against everything my books stand for. No, not yet, but... If I could just... Please, listen to what I'm saying. You don't understand what you're asking for. You want me to turn Jenny's world upside down? Kill off my characters and destroy everything I've built over the last 30 years? Fine. I'll give you what you want. But I warn you, I'm a stream of conscience, and you have unleashed my fury. Good day, sir. Boring? Predictable? Bah! Well, if it's murder they want, it's murder they'll get. It should have been another perfect day in Atherton. But today was different, and nothing would ever be the same again. To begin with, Jenyleclue was dead. Her skin was pale, her eyes glassy and frozen. What cruel fate had befallen our beloved detective?
No! Never move the victim!
Mrs. LeClue, she's doing it again.
Jenyleclue, you are a dead body. Dead bodies don't talk. But he's doing it wrong! As wonderful as it would be if all cadavers were so talkative, we must deduce the cause of death without their help. With only the evidence laid before us, we build a picture from the fragments left behind. We collect clues, interpret the data, and solve our puzzle until it feels as if the victim is speaking to us. But Jenny is right, Jonathan. You mustn't disturb the crime scene. Vital evidence could be lost.
Sorry, Mrs. LeClue.
Okay, you've all had a chance to study the body. Who can postulate how she met her demise?
Ooh, me! I think it was an accident.
Yeah, she obviously wasn't looking where she was going
So she slipped on the wet floor,
and cracked her head open. Like an egg.
and then she bled to death.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, there's a giant pool of blood around her head.
Yeah, I know. I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
Actually, you're both wrong.
What?
It was cold-blooded murder.
Murder?
Don't be ridiculous.
Where's the murder weapon?
There's no evidence anyone
Oh,
else—
yes, there is. It was murder. And I can prove it.
Jenny had read all the books. She'd absorbed all her mother's, but there was nothing quite like getting...
How many people get the chance to solve their own murder?
The first step in any good deduction was collecting evidence. Seemingly insignificant details could...
First, I'll search the crime scene for clues.
Then she'd analyze the data, and finally...
Deduce the real cause of death.
Jenny's blue sweater was scruffy, but her grandmother had knitted it, and so the more it itched, the closer she felt to her.
The victim has a green smudge on her lips. It's not lipstick.
Without her trusty bifocals, Jenny couldn't see them. They were her window to the world, and the lens through which she focused her keen detective vision. It wasn't Jenny's style to wear accessories, but this hair clip was the exception. Its function as a lockpick had saved Jenny from a long night trapped in her school. She'd worn it ever since.
There's no doubt the victim lost a lot of blood. Approximately 8 sizes too big, and covered in mud. What a waste of perfectly good coffee.
Jenny's love for coffee was almost as strong as her passion for crime.
Chalky green residue on the rim. Smells like burnt matches. The floor is wet and but also immaculately clean. I've seen enough. Time to wrap this case up.
Jenny was a meticulous record keeper, noting every relevant clue in her trusty journal. A great detective knew that solving a mystery was simply a
I'm certain this wasn't a mere accident. Now I just need to prove it. How do I know? The victim's boots are filthy. They should have left big muddy footprints on the floor. So where are they? Either someone washed away her footprints, or she was carried here. Okay, that proves she didn't slip. So how did she actually die? What was the real cause of death? There's a green residue in the bottom of the victim's coffee cup. It smells of burnt matches. Phosphorus, also found in common garden fertilizer. The same green mark is on the victim's lips. Her coffee was spiked with fertilizer. Someone clearly wanted her dead. Ah, the case of the dead lab gone before her time. Was it poison? Yes. A blow to the head? Yes. An accident? Certainly not. No footprints in an unshattered mug? She was killed somewhere else and carried here. This is the story of a scorned ex-lover.
Jenny?
The gardener enacting his revenge.
Jenny?
A deadly brew of fertilizer and caffeine.
Of course, that's quite enough, thank you.
What happens to the gardener?
Is this gonna be on the test?
Remember, class, even the smartest criminals make mistakes. This is how we catch a killer.
But what's the point of all this?
Yeah, there hasn't been a murder in Arthurton in years.
Every town has a dark side, even Arthurton. By doubting, we are led to question, and by questioning, we arrive at the truth. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, next class is our field trip to have a light lunch. The students need to think for themselves, Jenny. That's why they're here at Gumboldt. To learn.
I just figured we all had places to go. Speaking of which,
And where are you off to, young lady?
I'm a dead body mom, remember? Dead bodies don't tell. See ya.
Wait, before you go, I have something for you.
Cool. What is it?
If I told you, that would spoil the fun,
The
wouldn't it?
LeClues didn't simply hand each other presents, they hid them. It was a family tradition, and Jenny had developed a sixth sense. With her trusty magnifying glass at her side, nothing eluded her.
A new journal.
To Jenny, there was nothing better than the aroma. It smelled like mist. Without missing a beat, she did what any detective. She decorated it.
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
Jenny, I wanted to talk about, to say,
Somewhere in the back of Jenny's her mum was hesitating. What could be causing her to act so out of character?
Crossed arms. Furrowed brow.
Jenny saw it coming from a mile. Her mother was about to get
Emotional. I've really gotta go.
no, Jenny, wait. I need your help.
What? Really?
Jenny couldn't believe her ears. It was extremely unusual for her mother. It must be something very important, tracing the steps of a cold case that only someone with Jenny's expertise...
I've misplaced the students' essays on to see if you can find them for me before you leave. I have to run.
Wow. The case of the misplaced page. You sure you want to trust me with such a complex task?
I have no doubt you'll be able to find them. They're around
Jenny was unsure if her mother was unable to detect sarcasm or just really good at ignoring it.
Okay, Mom. I'll find them before I leave. On one condition.
Yes?
You have to let me help grade them.
One of Jenny's favorite pastimes. Nothing pleased her more than giving a big shiny...
Don't push your luck.
Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Find the papers and go
But I'm
straight.
meeting Keith tonight.
No buts.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm still feeling the effects of being poisoned for your class.
Well then, I have the perfect aunt. You're staying with your cousin this weekend, and you still...
This again. Look, I've considered your offer, Mom, and I'm going to... I'm old enough to take care of myself.
I'll be back late tonight. There's meatloaf in the fridge.
So you don't trust me to take care of myself this weekend, but you do trust me to fix dinner and not burn the house down?
Jenny LeClue, it's been a difficult week. Could you please just do what you're told?
Fine.
And try to stay out of trouble.
When do I ever get into trouble? All right, let's find these papers and get out of here.
One of Jenny's earliest memories
It's
was...
the perfect substitute for blood, and better tasting than the pig's blood the textbook recommends. Looking rather trim today, Ethan. New diet? What's the matter? Lost your funny bone?
Becoming a great detective, you needed real-life fix, and Jenny was always on the lookout for a chance to get her hands dirty.
Please do not touch. Someone must be running an experiment. Gross. Pretty soon it's gonna sprout legs. It's one of the students' term papers. You can tell by the terrible handwriting and erroneous. Mom must have put them behind the chalkboard. Found you. Time to get out of here.
Jenny looked around the room one last time. Was she ready to leave? Okay, so she wasn't really dead. That would be silly. No, Jenny was alive and well and ready for another perfect day.
What the? What a mess. I should investigate.
Jenny had an instinct for sorting treasure. To the untrained eye, this was just a but to Jenny, it was a
I should keep my eyes open for any other pieces.
The notice board was awash with flyers,
I'm amazed anyone can find anything.
Fortunately, Jenny had a useful trick.
Mom always says, a great detective, focus on the details, and you'll find clarity in the chaos.
I wonder if anyone else reads this junk. Hold on. What's this?
Oh no, they've extended curfew hours again. 9 p.m. to sunrise? That's ridiculous.
But necessary. Power outages had become... It was dangerous to be wandering
It
around.
won't be long before we need a permit to go out at all.
Hey, you!
Oh, hi there!
What are you doing back there?
Well, I was pruning, but then I discovered this cerulean bugberry bush.
Discovered? These bushes are all over Arthurton.
Actually, this is an incredibly rare bush.
There's nothing rare about Arthurton.
I beg to differ. Arthurton has many beautiful and exotic plants.
Really? Like what?
Mushrooms with eyes that glow in the dark, berries that emit a bioluminescent mist, and flowers with nectar as sticky as superglue.
Where? I've never seen any of those things.
Well, believe me, they do it. I've had the pleasure of seeing them up close. That's one of the privileges of working for Dean Stroudsbury. Anyway, I should get back. I want everything to be perfect for the Dean's retirement celebration.
Signs and decorations adorned the...
A party to celebrate the Dean's impending retirement.
Left! Left! I said left! What part of left are you having trouble with?
My left or your left?
My left! Obviously, I mean my left. Why would I mean your left?
So you want me to move it the other way?
Yes. Nothing would make me... If you're not careful, we're gonna have bronze brains all over the floor.
They seem... I should probably lead them to it.
Hello, Mr. Stroudsbury. How are you today?
A jolly gentleman. The Dean was often seen
He's
shaking...
also Mom's boss.
But more than that, he was her loyal friend.
What do you think, Jenny?
The Dean had dedicated his life to Gumboldt, and the townspeople had spared no expense in their tribute.
Quite a striking resemblance, Mr.
It's a scary thing, Jenny. Retirement.
Great excuse for a party, though. What will you do when you're no longer the Dean?
I've been trying...
This place won't be the same without you.
Things change. Time marches on, and we must do our best to... It's going to be difficult, but I'm sure...
What do you mean, we?
Do you think they made my belly too big?
It might be all those bronze pancakes, Mr. Stroudsbury.
No legacy. You are a clever one. Speaking of which, have you been practicing your...
Have I? Of course.
Well then, I have a challenge for you. I bet you can't guess what I ate for breakfast.
At last, a fiendishly difficult puzzle that would take all her wits to solve.
Well, okay. Anything for you, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Oh, how wonderful.
But first, I need to ask you a few questions.
The Dean was a big fan of the gumball, and not just because his son was a prominent figure on the team.
Well, a bench warmer anyway. It can't be dandruff. I have a hunch it's powdered sugar. Looks like he accidentally got a coffee stain on it. His watch is slow. That's unlike the Dean. He's usually very punctual. Your watch is 45 minutes slow.
Is it? Oh my, that explains why there was no cheesecake left in the cafeteria. My head's not screwed on. Thank goodness you noticed, or I'd be late for my meeting.
Oh, really? She didn't mention anything to me.
Oh, well, of course she would.
Why are you meeting then?
It's just, she's helping me finalize...
Your party?
Yes, that's it. My
Are
retirement.
you okay, Mr. Stroudsbury?
Of course. Now let me just fix my watch before I forget. Now, where were we?
Ipsa scientia potestas est. Looks like Latin. Your ring sure looks old.
It was made for my grandfather. He passed it down to my father, who passed... When the time comes...
The Stroudsbury family had been champions...
What does the inscription mean?
Knowledge itself is the inquisitive spirit is... And nothing is as important as the truth.
For the Dean, being covered in plants, his work as a botanist was renowned.
Looks like you're carrying some extra baggage today, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Well, I do have a lot on my mind.
I was referring to your legs.
Oh, thank you.
No, I mean the sticky stuff on your pants.
What? Oh! Hitchhikers. I've been working on a new orchid. They're beautiful. But I will say, I am looking forward to spending more time in the dirt.
The Dean didn't button his shirt properly. It looks like a bloodstain, but the seeds indicate otherwise.
A thick bundle of note cards poked out
What's
of
he keeping so close to his chest? You've been making a lot of notes, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Oh, I was intending...
Why have you scratched out so much of it?
Your mother suggested I keep it short. And I must have rewritten... I just can't seem to find the right... So, what do you think, Jenny?
Sure, Mr. Stroudsbury. I've got everything I need to solve this mystery. What? Jam on his shirt and powdered sugar on his tongue. The evidence points strongly to the Dean's breakfast consisting of 1, maybe 2 donuts. The Dean had neglected to wind his pocket. The act of a distracted man. This resulted in his whole... Which might explain why he has a spoon in his pocket instead of a pen. You had a donut for breakfast.
Yes?
I'm guessing... raspberry. That part was easy. You always have donuts for breakfast. But something else caught my attention.
Oh?
I think you have something on your mind, Mr. Strauss. You are usually a picture of precision, but today there's a spoon in your pocket and your shirt.
My, you really are. Your father would be so proud.
Thanks. Well, I should be going. I'm meeting your...
And I'm meeting your what a small...
Too small.
A perfectly small world.
Who would want to change that?
Pardon?
Nothing. See you on Saturday.
Oh, yes. Until we meet again, Jenny LeClue.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
In her short time as a detective, Jenny had learned never to ignore a ringing phone.
Hello?
The dog barks loudest before the dawn.
What? CJ, is that you?
The dog barks loudest.
Really? This again? It's me, Jenny. We don't need to do this.
I have no idea who you are, and I know no one by that name. The dog barks loudest.
Fine. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a cook a 5-course meal.
Good. The wind blows strongly from the east.
A watched pot feels very self-conscious.
Excellent. The evening sky is full of fireflies.
The last donut is the tastiest.
Ah! Jenny, it is you!
Of course it
I
is!
need to meet with you right away.
Okay. Where do you want to meet?
This place will do.
Everyone in town knew that CJ was mad.
He's not dangerous. He just doesn't accept things. Sure, he's a bit fixated on extra tour.
CJ and Jenny certainly but most of all, CJ treated Jenny like...
I'm not a little kid. CJ, why did we go through all that if you're right here?
Can't be too careful. Are you sure you weren't
Who would be following me?
Shh! This place is compromised. We don't have long to talk. Now, why did you want to talk to me?
What? You called me?
Did I? Why?
Talking to CJ was a bit like navigating. You had a rough idea of where you were headed.
I'll help you figure it out. Is it your birthday, CJ?
Birthday? Who thinks it's birthday? But Craigson died on his birthday. Assassination? Possibly. Abduction? Almost certainly.
CJ, the card?
Oh, this. It's for you. Impossible shot. Died instantly. No suspects. No human suspects, anyway.
Thanks, CJ. I didn't think you'd remember.
I know what it's like to lose something important. Now triple shred and incinerate that car! It's got my fingerprints all over it!
What's that sticking out of your sock?
Ah! That's what I wanted to talk to you. I intercepted a secret message. It's proof, Jenny. It's happening again. It's time for us to join the fight.
This doesn't look like the kind of pamphlet he usually makes. It's been professionally printed.
Could CJ finally be onto something?
Oh, it's just part of a cereal box.
A cereal box from another space-time continuum?
Nope, just a regular cereal box.
But why? Why would it just be lying there in the trash?
I'm sorry, CJ. There are still great but this isn't one of them.
Jenny had uncovered why CJ had contacted her, but something else had caught her eye.
He was hiding something. A compass with strange symbols where the cardinal direction should be. Looks broken. Where did you get that compass?
Ah, you spotted it. It belonged to my father. He left it to me to find...
You're not going to find anything with that. A bit like you.
It's searching
For what?
for them. It's this town, Jenny. It's all. They're here, among us. And this
Or it could just be broken.
could be. I guess we'll never know.
So what's the plan now?
Library. Research. Very important. Very hush-hush.
They let you back in?
Not yet. But I've got this hat now.
It wasn't your head that needed covering.
No, for disguise.
I know, CJ. What is it this time? More UFOs? Radio wave mind control? A globally connected communication network?
Jenny, you sound crazy. I'm just preparing my defense.
Is this because you tried to hypnotize Mrs. Brown's prize poodle?
No. That was last week. It's because I peed.
CJ, that's gross.
And this is the thanks I get for saving everyone.
Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
But CJ was gone.
CJ, I know you're standing behind the phone booth. I just watched you walk over there.
No, I'm not.
Okay then, bye.
See you later.
Hey!
Ah! Damn, that's the third.
Oops.
Hi, Jenny. Great job solving that case today. It's really cute the way that you and I wish I was that close with my parents.
Enough chit-chat. Got anything new for me?
Oh, yes. This is the real deal, hot off the press. I haven't had a chance to distribute these yet, so...
Ada and Jenny belonged to one of the oldest societies in Atherton. An eclectic band of treasure hunters collectors. Together, they were known Sticker Club. For generations, Gumboldt students had been hiding and finding. Officially, Jenny was too young, but she'd found so many stickers on her own that they'd made her an honorary member.
Let's see. Nice crisp edges.
Thanks. I spent all week making...
If only you spend as much time in your schoolwork.
Jenny thought to her.
To celebrate the dean's retirement. I'm super sad that he's leaving.
It's a perfect reason to make new stickers.
Exactly. Oh, we're going on an epic sticker hunt before the dean's...
Even if Jenny had wanted to join
And
them,
I don't.
she knew she'd be stuck with her cousin all weekend.
Thanks, but I...
Oh, okay. See you around, Jenny.
Lake Nowhere, 1 mile.
Stop! Perfect. Hold it right there. Okay, let her go.
Oh dear.
That was ominous.
Detective for hire. Jenny had saved up the whole summer to place an ad in the local paper, but no one had answered it. Until now. What could this new case be? Her imagination ran wild, picturing the possibilities. And so, after helping her mum at Gumboldt College, she...
What the...
Hey, kid! Watch where you're going!
Hey, screw you! Your wrench nearly cracked my...
Oh no! It's not damaged, is it? That's my lucky wrench.
Yeah, lucky it didn't kill me. When's this upgrade gonna be finished anyway?
Look, kid, I just go where they tell me. Every night another power surge. Every morning, and I'm out here fixing it. Do I get any thanks? No.
What's causing all the outages?
At the moment, a little redheader. Throw me my wrench, kid.
Looks like I have all the levers. So tell me, what exactly is taking so long with apart from shoddy workmanship, then?
Hey, we're busting our butts to keep you all alive. These lines should be lasting for decades, but they're burning out. It's the strangest thing. Anyway, toss me my wrench, but be careful. It's a family heirloom.
But what could possibly be using that much power?
You're killing me, little girl.
Arthurton's a tiny town. The mines are practically shut. So what could it be? Surely so...
All I know is I got 3 more jobs today, so will you please just...
Fine. I've got bigger fish to fry.
Thanks, kid.
as Jenny stepped out of the dark forest, and next to that, something even cool. Keith Stroudsbury.
Come on, Keith! Dance like you...
Not so much grinding.
Oh, Keith, what are you doing?
Not everyone saw it, but to Jenny,
He's just happy being himself.
nothing seemed to bother him.
Not even having to dance in a costume for $1 an hour.
But Jenny was not so laid back,
Not when it comes to standing up for a friend.
especially her only friend.
I think there's been enough dancing for one day, don't you?
Hey, Jenny.
Hello, Susan.
Actually, I prefer Susie.
Busy laughing while others earn a living? Susan? Not everyone's got your dad's money, I guess.
Jenny, hi!
Tall and handsome, with intense Cool should have been his middle name instead of Tarquin. But Keith was so cool, he didn't even
Give me
mind.
1 minute. I'm just finished.
Sure. Don't let me interrupt your...
My shift ends.
In 15 minutes, I know. I'm meeting a client over at the dock. Paid cake. Could be big. Real big.
Couldn't be as big as her head.
Wow, that's really...
Impressive? Maybe. All I care about is keeping this town.
The only crime here is that haircut.
Back in a minute, Keith. I'll have the usual. Six sugars, a splash of milk, and a dash.
You got it. How about now?
Move it to the left a bit.
What's he doing up there?
Not now, kid. We're busy.
Any better?
No, keep going.
Now?
Yes, it's working. Hold it.
That's what all the fuss is about.
Not this guy.
What is that?
Whatever it is, it's not mine. Maybe it's...
Jazz?
I'm trying to listen.
You shush. I'm the DJ. I'm in charge.
When's this party getting started?
Oh,
How are we supposed to dance to
I
this?
think we're losing them.
Another station must be interfering.
But there aren't any other stations in Arthurton. Wait! All these wires must be acting as a giant antenna.
Jenny listened closely to the mysterious transmission. It was like no other radio.
Hold it steady!
Sorry, I'm trying.
That's just getting worse. You might as well come...
No, wait! I can almost make out what they're saying.
But just like that, the sound...
What did you do?
That's no use. Come on. We gotta get this equipment back to the AV department by 6.
Jenny was so lost in contemplation.
My client. I'm supposed to meet her at the dock. Danger. No. Sounds safe. How do I get this ladder down?
Aha! Got you this time, you slippery fella. Ah, shucks. Just another boot.
Excuse me, Mr. Humdrum.
Oh, my! If it isn't, what a glorious day, don't you think?
As far as Jenny was concerned, uncomfortable and
But
complete.
Mom always says, create.
So she gave it a shot.
How's the fishing?
Oh, the fishing's great, but the catching is bad. All I'm getting are old boots and strange bits of... Just look out there. She's got that wonderful afternoon glow.
No one knew why the lake glowed, and few were brave enough to swim its murky waters. What lay beneath its depths was the stuff of...
Somewhere out there lies the
But
gem...
no one's ever caught one. Sounds fishy.
Well, if she's out there, I'll catch...
Great. Well, now that we have a good rapport, where can I find Mrs. Humdrum?
Well, she's down there on the ridge.
Only one problem. I think the...
Ah, yes. There's a knack to it. First you shake it, then you kick it, and then you push it.
Sounds unnecessary.
I'll join you down there in a bit. Just have to sort my tackle out.
Aha! That did the trick. Mrs. Humdrum, I presume?
Oh, hello!
I'm the private detective you contacted. Jenny LeClue, I'm here to solve your case.
Who is it, Dan?
It's Jenny, dear, the LeClue girl. She doesn't see so well without her glasses.
Oh, hello, Jenny. I'm afraid
Nothing wrong with her hearing,
What
though.
did she say?
I said there's nothing wrong.
Oh, no, thank you. I've already eaten.
I believe you have a case.
We do. We do.
Great. So what's the trouble? Haunted by the ghost of a former lover? Worried you're being poisoned by a mad... Something so dark and gruesome I can't even...
Well, I've lost my reading glasses.
Oh.
And there it was. A confounding mystery to challenge Jenny's...
I thought this was finally going to be
What do you think, Jenny? Can you help?
Sure, Mr. Humdrum. I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Jenny recognized the distinct...
She must have been wearing them recently. You still have marks from your glass. You probably lost them.
Oh, I never...
When do you last remember wearing them?
I'm really not sure.
You had them at your Tuesday book club.
Oh, yes. We're reading 50 Shades. I've never been interrogated before. This is such fun.
Do you often carry a pair?
She doesn't go anywhere without them.
I presume you don't wear your
No, I can't get my eyes closed.
I see.
You really are very
The
good.
best.
How long have you been solving this?
I'll ask the questions, thank you. I expect you're finding it difficult to...
Oh, no. I never wear... I like to feel the canvas.
She's an incredible painter. You should...
Thanks, but I don't mix business with pleasure.
What's next? Fingerprints? Oh, polygraph test? It's like you're reading my mind.
Jenny had often snuck through the hole in the fence that she could understand why the dog... They were chasing the promise of food. What the adults were chasing was less relatable.
I notice you're a gambler, Mrs. You've been at the Greyhound races.
That was yesterday.
We always go to Grubman's.
Did you take your binoculars with you?
Of course. Those little critters are...
Interesting.
Have you figured it out yet? The suspense is killing me.
That's a large hole. She must have caught it on something. Did you have trouble climbing down the ladder, Mrs. Humdrum?
Why, yes, I did.
There's a tear in your pants pocket.
Well, what do you know? I didn't realize these pants even had... I feel like you know more about me than I do.
Looks freshly blow-dried. A professional job. Your hair looks lovely today, Mrs. Humdrum.
Thank you. I had it done yesterday and didn't notice. They call it the...
Well, it's certainly...
And expensive.
But I'm worth it, Dan.
Who could put a price on
You're
that?
not so bad yourself, Hots.
Gross.
You are so thorough.
I think I have everything I need to wrap this one up. Gail was at the races last night. She had to remove her glasses to use the binoculars. Gail also had her hair cut recently. It's fluffy and big, and could easily hide a small object.
Solving a complex mystery like the case of them. But now came the most satisfying, delivering the dramatic denouement.
It could have happened to anyone. Why fate picked this poor woman?
Who's she talking to, Dan?
She's working.
Our victim.
A simple mind.
Oh, I think that's me, Dan.
A fruitless day at the racetrack. An act of instinct, lost in the heat of the moment. One hand reaching for a pair of binoculars, the other moving a pair of reading glasses.
That's what happened.
Picture the glamorous yet impractical coiffure, tall enough to conceal.
It's almost like I'm there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I posit they are, in fact, hiding in the victim's elaborate web of hair.
Oh, so they are. Right?
Incredible!
They're always in the last place you look.
A master detective!
What would we have done without you?
Gail, don't forget to pay the girl!
Oh, of course. Silly me. You must be rewarded generously for all your hard work. Now don't spend it all in one...
Thanks. I'll do my best. Are you ready, Keith?
Wow, what an amazing detective.
Glasses on her head. Who could have guessed? Oh, you heard.
Whatever would we do without Master Investigator Jenny LeClue?
I thought it was pretty cool, Jen.
And a whole nickel. You must be so...
Yeah, that's more than her mom makes in a month.
Come on, guys. Let's all just... Hey, Jenny, my grandma called. She wants her sweater back.
Oh, how wonderful it was to joke.
I've had enough of this. Skirt ironed but unevenly. The work of a distracted housewife. Brand new, hideously overpriced shoes. Overcompensating father. Your dad's sleeping with Deborah's mom again, isn't he?
What? No! Shut up, Jenny! You don't know anything!
Wow, Jenny. That was cruel.
Who even says something like that?
Aw, don't cry, Veronica.
She's just a weirdo nobody!
Jenny, let who?
And the case of the missing friends!
Yeah. Good one, Veronica. Come on. Let's get you home. Are you coming, Susie?
Thanks for the coffee, Keith. And the extra sugar.
Of course. It's...
Nothing special at all, and the same thing he does for everyone. Oh, okay. See you around, Keith. Well, that went well, shall we?
Yeah. I've got no customers now anyway.
Woohoo! Bullseye!
Keith was an excellent listener. Or maybe he just didn't speak much. Either way, Jenny really enjoyed their little talks. He was the only person who really seemed to understand her. Jenny biked briskly towards the library back on campus to surprise her mother. Nothing exciting ever happens here, she grumbled, unaware of the great...
Gerald Stroudsbury. Cornelius Stroudsbury. It's a wall of Stroudsburys.
The Stroudsbury lineage stretched back to the very founding of the unit. There had been a Dean Stroudsbury at Gumboldt for over 100...
There won't be for much longer. The dean's retiring, and the only Stroudsbury left is Keith. And he's not exactly the academic type. No one on duty. A book thief. There's a note on the desk. That was weird. Hello? Mom? Mr. Stroudsbury?
Jenny's words echoed through the library.
Something's not right here.
A mystery was unfolding.
Whatever it is, I'll get to the bottom of it. The chandeliers that adorn this library are made from rare Arthurtonian quartz, kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation.
The Glatz family was one of the oldest. They were the first to mine the valuable quartz, and as such, they became incompetent.
And they sure like to let everyone know it.
Les Stroudsbury, Gumboldt's 21st and jolliest dean.
Looking a bit wonky today, Mr. Stroudsbury.
A pair of wires ran down the wall and disappeared.
It's too high to reach. What are you hiding back there? Laddertron 5000. The pinnacle of remote ladder and kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation. Whoa! Dangerous!
The newly installed ladder system was
Should have kept the old wooden ladders. They never tried to. I need to find a way to turn the power off.
Jenny gazed at the technological marvel.
Seems pointless. It's not hard to move a ladder. Sometimes it feels like some unknown force is just...
Jenny was notorious for climbing book carts.
It's the only way to reach the highest shelves. In fact, this could be...
Something else had caught her eye.
This table's who would leave it like this? Illegible scribbles, intricate diagrams, a worn copy of Aliens and...
Jenny knew only one person could have been sitting.
CJ. It's odd, though. He usually hides everything when he's finished. What's this?
A tattered piece of paper with a series of seemingly unrelated notes.
UFOs, shadow men.
It seemed that CJ was unwrapped.
Wait, there's something on the other side. Wow, a color map of Arthurton.
Jenny had never seen a town map with this level of...
Can't believe CJ left this behind. That's so... He'd be terrified if anyone else found it. I'll keep it safe until I see him again. No secrets between friends, Mr. Stroudsbury.
Jenny stood on her tiptoes and delicately removed the priceless painting from the wall.
Oops. Aha! Precisely what I was hoping.
It was?
Let's see. Lights, bookcase, ladders. I'll cut the power and continue my investigation.
But Jenny knew better than to play with electricity, so she left it alone.
It's a simple switch. Perfectly safe.
The eerie silence, but even worse was the dark. Jenny had always...
Just breathe. A great detective never succumbs to fear. Looks like that did the trick.
Tracks. The sign clearly read, wet floor. Her path was blocked.
You're kidding me, right?
Trampling muddy feet over a perfectly clean floor? She was a maverick, not a monster.
Rare books. Our most precious collections reside in this temperature kindly donated by the Glatz Foundation. Yeah, we know. It's locked. No problem. I'll just pick it.
Jenny was skilled with a lockpick, having watched but that was just for fun at home. You couldn't just go around picking other people's locks.
A great detective knows when to bend the... and the paperclip she has in her pocket. Mom always says, lockpicking is a subtle art. Move slowly and search for the sweet spot. Bingo.
It must have been a rush of blood that caused Jenny to... Regardless, she had picked the lock and what treasures lay behind the door.
Oh, it's empty. Still, that bookcart could be useful.
An empty library, a fallen bookcase.
This mystery has all the hallmarks of foul play. They say words can't hurt you. In this case, I'd be inclined to disagree. Solid iron and oak. It would have taken some serious force to do this. Something bad happened here. This is feeling more and more like...
And then Jenny saw it. Covered in a ripped curtain and surrounded...
It is a crime scene! Something's blocking the ladder. There's something stuck in the track. Ipsa, scientia, potestas, est. It's the Dean's ring! No wonder the ladders were malfunctioning. The ring must have caused a short circuit. I'll keep hold of this and return it to the Dean when I see him next.
You never forget the first time you see a dead. It harrows the mind, terrifies the soul.
A dead body? No way! This is amazing!
Who lay under that curtain? Who had shuffled off this mortal?
It could be anyone. I mean, it could be an escaped lunatic from the asylum. Or an axe-wielding maniac. Could be...
It could be.
Mom? Oh no. Please, no.
No, you never forget the first time you see a dead body. Jenny knew it was wrong.
But I have to know who's under here.
Slowly, she drew...
Please don't be my mom. Please don't be my mom. Dean Stroudsbury! Thank God. I'm sorry. I didn't know Mr. Stroudsbury. What happened to you?
Was this a terrible accident? Or what?
Murder!
Her stomach churned. Seeing the Dean's lifeless, Jenny felt the urge to run. To get... Jenny had longed for an adventure. She gathered herself, took a deep breath, and began to search for clues.
He looks like he's been dead for weeks. His skin is pale and cold. There's a strange mark on his neck. The hawk and the weasel and other bedtime could be important. And again, it could have just joined the Dean for the ride. A book about chance. What are the odds that this was an accident?
The Dean's planner lay open on today's day.
Perhaps I can retrace his steps and create a timeline of events.
Meet JL. Could that be Mom? Where's Willow's drop? I've never heard of it. Looks like he completed all his chores for the day. I already knew the Dean was leaving Mom here, so where is she now? Looks like he canceled his meetings on Friday and rearranged lunch with Keith. Oh, poor Keith. Jenny didn't know how she would... I should be the one to tell him. Gossip spreads like wildfire in Archerton. He sure was working hard on that speech. I'm sad he won't get to deliver it.
It's smashed. Most likely, the hand stopped at 3:57 p.m. That gives me a potential time of death.
If Jenny had arrived just a few...
I might have been able to save him. It's a book about predicting the future. I suppose it didn't belong to Mr. Stroudsbury then.
The Dean's hand was clapped shut.
That's strange. Rigor mortis usually takes hours to set in. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do, Mr. Strauss. This could be a vital clue. Mom's ID card?
Julie LeClue had definitely been...
She could be the last person to have seen him alive.
She could be the killer.
Impossible. My mother's a forensic expert. She'd never leave such incriminating evidence.
But even the smartest criminals... Jenny couldn't deny this looked bad.
If anyone else sees this, they'll think my mom's a murderer.
A peculiar thought crossed...
Unless... there's nothing to find.
Removing evidence from a crime scene was...
So is planting evidence to frame an innocent person.
She had no proof of that.
I have to do something. My mom would kill me if she knew I was... But I have to protect her. There are bits of glass and metal debris. He has burn marks on his hand. I think that's all the evidence I'm going...
She took one last look at the Dean's life.
I'm sorry, Mr. Stroudsbury. I promise I'll get to the bottom of this.
Jenny knew she should leave and call the police. But how often did a case like this...
Never. There's more to this than meets the eye. Some of this evidence must...
So she opened her journal to join the dots.
It looks like the dean was thrown from the balcony when he reached down to pick up his ring, which was stuck in the electrified ladder track. He grabbed the curtain, but it didn't slow him down. He landed on a bed of metal and glass debris. What is unusual about... Dean has a strange mark. All the skin around his face is gray. I've never seen anything like it. He's holding my mom's ID card, which makes her the prime. Why would she or anyone want to kill Dean Stroudsbury?
Jenny suspected foul play, but had she missed something?
The watch! The Dean's watch stopped at 3:57 p.m. When I came into the library, the clock tower rang 4 times. The library only has one exit, and I haven't seen anyone but the Dean since I got here.
Which meant, if the Dean was
The
murdered...
killer must still be here! He's getting away!
Jenny could hear police sirens in the distance.
Someone must have tipped them off. I'll catch the murderer and keep him busy until...
Chasing after murderers was hardly the job of a little girl.
Hey, you! Stop!
Despite surviving her fall, Jenny couldn't help but feel she had failed. As the sirens grew louder, she knew it would only be a matter, and then she'd have to explain why she hadn't called for help. But the worst feeling of all was that she had let the killer... She drifted slowly into unconcerned, gentle...
Jenny? Oh, Jenny, what have you done?
Mom?
Freeze! You're under arrest!
What have I done? I killed him! This is all wrong. Murder in Arthurton? This is not an appropriate story. Poor Dean Stroudsbury. What was I thinking? I've gone too far. Perhaps I should take a break. Come on, Rufus. Let's go for a walk. Clear our heads and work off some of this jam.